Okay, so how are materials and social environments constructed? Well, to begin, let's go back about 20 years. If you ask an individual walking on the street what the internet was, chances are they may know what it is. This is back in 1994, remember, but they probably wouldn't have had immediate access to it at their home, for example. But over time now, just 2 decades later, the internet is a staple in our everyday lives. We have to have it in order to function. So as material, the internet kind of manipulated itself into becoming a need for us as individuals by what it can provide for us, like the limitless amounts of information that can be published on the internet. You can find anything on the internet. Without the internet, I wouldn't be able to upload this video. It's crazy the amount of resources that the internet brings us, from anywhere. So, secondly, though, the internet is a great example of a social environment, because it is one giant social environment, but at the same time, it has all these sub-environments that are websites, for example. So, Facebook in and of itself is a social environment. Twitter in and of itself is a social environment. And then now when these two things get connected, well, then those two social environments meet and it creates a crossover between the two. Another example of social environments could be games you play online, a forum in which news is discussed, even a news website. I remember back my freshman year of high school 7 years ago now, I made a Facebook just because other people were making Facebooks. Not because there was anything that I wanted to do, I just did it because other people were doing it. So as we can see, these environments kind of pull us in just because other people are doing it. It's just like the material thing. It's like you don't know that you need it until somebody tells you that you do. A great example of this is like a smartphone. So, nowadays you have to have a smartphone in the business world to keep up with things, or you fall behind. If, for example, your boss sends you a really important email on the go, or plans may change or something like that, and it's in the form of data somehow, well, you need a smartphone in order to communicate, otherwise you're not going to be able to. So the internet as a material device and a social environment has become a staple in our lives, and it's a great example of how materials and the environment are socially constructed.